school unit. We played in Mayfair, Saskatchewan. And I think I was 14 then, but we went to a hockey camp, Saskatoon. Gordie Howe was there. And my dad was talking to it. I honestly, God, I couldn't speak. I was just looking at him like, he looks at me, he's talking to me, and I couldn't answer him. You know, it was Gordie Howe. Like, one of the honors of getting into this Saskatchewan Hockey Hall of Fame is I'm the G and he's the H. So I'm going to be close to Gordie Howe. And that's an honor right there. I think good hockey players come from Saskatchewan because to grow up there, you have to be tough. A lot of the guys were farmers. We grew up lifting hay bales. I was with a few cousins of mine a few weeks ago, my sister's 50th wedding anniversary. And it was Toby, Mark, and Gerald Greschner. And we did hay bales in the summertime. We used to pray for rain. And it never did rain when we had the hay bales. But I think growing up, and I was the oldest one of the four of us, and I was the guy standing on the back doing the bales most of the time. But I think that they weren't the round bales like they are today. They were the square bales or whatever you want to call them. And you stack them in 10, push them off with a crowbar and chase the crowbar down because the crowbar always fell off the stone boat in the back. But it was, I think, a lot of that stuff, all the dirt I ate in the back there, and lifting all those bales every summer, the time I can remember. I think that was one of the things that got me into the NHL, the work ethic. Anybody that's coming to the dinner or whatever, and relatives, friends, my family, I can't say enough for all the support I've had over the years. So it's just amazing how I left home when I was 15 to go on this little mission to try to play hockey. And it was because of my mom, my dad, and my sister, my brother-in-law. Their support got me through 99% of the stuff.
Good Soil, Saskatchewan is where Ron Greschner began skating at age 3 and learned his love for the game of hockey. He still fondly cherishes meeting future Saskatchewan Hockey Hall of Fame inductee Gordie Howe as a youth at a Saskatoon hockey camp, and then playing against Mr. Hockey years later in Howe's final NHL season. Before reaching that milestone, Greschner was a member of the Good Soil minor hockey system and wound up being drafted by the Junior A Chilliwack Bruins of the British Columbia Hockey League at age 16. He played for the Bruins during the 1970-71 season. For the next 3 seasons, he suited up for the new Westminster Bruins of the Western Canadian Hockey League. On December 10, 1972, Greschner scored 4 goals against the Edmonton Oil Kings, which was a single-game record for most goals by a defenseman. Greschner was drafted 32nd overall in the second round of the 1974 NHL Amateur Draft by the New York Rangers, whose head coach at the time was future Sask Hockey Hall of Fame inductee Emile Francis. During his NHL debut in the 1974-75 season, Greschner broke the team's single-season assists record for rookies with 37. He quickly established himself as one of the team's top defensemen, known for his strong defensive play and offensive capabilities. He spent time at left wing and was also a key member of the Rangers team that reached the Stanley Cup Finals in 1979. While spending his entire 16-year NHL career with the Rangers, he became one of the franchise's all-time greats and captained the Blue Shirts for a short stretch. Today, Greschner sits at 3rd place on the Rangers' all-time list of games played by a blue liner and still leads with the team's most penalty minutes. Upon his retirement in 1990, Greschner skated in over 1,065 NHL games, collecting 196 goals and 659 points. To this day, he still serves in an ambassador capacity for the Rangers organization and helps kids learn how to skate at Madison Square Garden. In 2001, he founded the Ron Greschner Foundation to help raise money and awareness for children with autism. Greschner's outstanding career as a professional hockey player, his contributions to the game, and his dedication to the sport make him a deserving inductee into the Ted Knight Saskatchewan Hockey Hall of Fame.
Mr. Greschner, if you could come up. By the way, he is going to speak a little bit later on behalf of all of the inductees.
Woo! This is the wonder years. Wonder how you can get upstairs and get back down.
Thank you.
anybody hear me? Yeah. Okay. Well, Saskatchewan Hockey Hall of Fame, you did a great job.
Yes.
And from all the inductees, we thank you. And who's ever doing the food, you're invited to my house anytime you want to come. And who's ever doing the booze, you can come twice a day. But besides that, it's a great crowd of people, and I don't really know what to say, because it's like, it's a tough day. My mom died 2 years ago today.
Yeah.
No, it's not a sad cry. It's she was ready to go, but she came to me one time and she said to me, Ron, do you think you can go to Gary Bettman? I go, yeah, I can go to Gary Bettman. She goes, I'm kind of tired of June, July, and August, and September, no hockey. Can you make it 2 50-game seasons and 2 Stanley Cups a year? That way, the Rangers might have beat the Kings that one year. We couldn't beat the Devils either, but Wayne tried to get there and help. I was going to do, what's that millionaire show? Call a Friend? Yeah, I was going to call Wayne up here, but he said no. But this is a great crowd. I'm so happy everybody came, for all your inductees to help them out. And I have a small group of people over here. That's all of good soil. Mine is 2. Their car broke down and they ran into a hay wagon. But I didn't like those 2, and I put the hay wagon out there yesterday when I was over. But no, there's a few people I want to really thank, and one is Melanie Hankey. She got my name put into this, and it's an honor, Mel, thank you. And then I only have 2 aunts and uncles left, or 1 aunt, 2 aunts, 1 uncle. My Uncle Joe and Deneen, and my Aunt Clara, who's 97. Yeah. I'm going to make it, because I've had enough operations that I can live to 140. But all my family's here. Jeff and Chris, Becky and Greg, my 2 great nephews, Millen and Mattern, my sister, my brother-in-law Don, this is the weirdest thing you're ever going to find out. He was a Ranger fan in 1970, and he's from Regina. Like, I know I can't swear, but who is ever a Ranger fan? He turned me into one before I got there. And then I didn't have the Stanley Cups that they stole from us from LA, or the Friesen Cup in Jersey, but my 4 Stanley Cups are right here. My son Ashton, Jagger, Gia, Rose, and Georgia. And I love this part of the world, because Saskatchewan does have the best people, best hockey players.
Yes.
We have Gordie Howe. And I'm right next to him now. And I wasn't lying on air. It was, can you imagine that? Like, if you look up in the book, right, all the scoring champions, not the scoring, but the point leaders, the guy next to me I'm tied with for first overall. Look it up. Wayne Gretzky. So combined, 2 guys combined, we have the most. But anyway, thank you very much for a wonderful time, Meadow Lake. Mayor, thank you. I know he gave you a hard time, but I'm sorry. Mayors deserve it. And I don't have much else to say. But Mr. Redden's coming back for the 100th anniversary of the Rangers. I can embarrass you into it now. You have to come back. The Rangers are having 100th year anniversary in 2 years from now. And I'm on that committee, and I had never been prouder to play for an organization than them. And they want to do it bigger than Toronto, bigger than Montreal, and bigger than Boston this year. And you know why they can? They have a lot of cash. A lot of cash. They pay me to do nothing. And I'm good at it. I've had 68 years of practice. But anyway, thank you very much for coming, and it was a great night. And then safe ride home, and if you're going to drink, don't spill anything.